Vanderpump Rules has invited ex-cast members Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright to weigh in on the drama of Scandoval while watching the most recent episodes from home. As details about Scandoval have continued to emerge, the old Vanderpump Rules cast, who have known Tom Sandoval since before the show began filming, have started to speak on their experiences with Tom and his deceit. Tom, whose affair with Raquel Leviss has been the hot topic of conversation surrounding Vanderpump Rules, originally worked as a bartender at Sir with Jax, though the two have gone through some tough times in the past and are no longer friends. Jax and Brittany, who got married in 2019 and welcomed their son Cruz in 2021, watch the episodes at home from their couch, providing commentary as they make their way through the episodes. The two offer insight into what they know about Tom, Raquel, Ariana Madix, and the rest of the Vanderpump Rules cast, which can lead to some shocking moments. With Jax and Brittany speaking on their opinions of anyone's behavior, it's fascinating to see the former cast members react to the way their one-time friend is behaving. While Scandoval could be the biggest shock of the season, Jax and Brittany's insights are shocking on their own. 5. Brittany comments on Tom smirking when asked about Raquel in a recent episode of Vanderpump Rules. Tom was asked during an interview segment if anything physical had happened between himself and Raquel, and his reaction was difficult to deny. As Tom grinned at the camera, he stammered through a response, denying that he had ever done anything physical with Raquel. "No, nothing has happened between Raquel and I, nothing. Nothing that wouldn't happen between, me and Katie," Tom responded, taking long pauses between several of his words, a huge smile on his face that makes his answer feel like an obvious lie. When Jax and Brittany saw the clip of Tom grinning for the camera, they were flabbergasted. Both of their mouths fell open, and Brittany was quick to say, "He can't even say it without a smile on his face," as she pointed to the TV. The couple continued to watch in horror as Tom fumbled through his answer, both floored to see Tom being so obvious about lying straight to the camera. As the couple watched the rest of the clip play out, they had a hard time calming down, both screaming as Tom laughed. Brittany let out a scream before Jax concluded, "God, he's good." 4. Brittany says Tom thought he and Ariana were the perfect couple. Sandoval and Tom Schwartz filmed a scene talking about the state of Tom and Ariana's relationship in a recent episode of Vanderpump Rules, where Sandoval tried to ensure he said something about how he wasn't sure Ariana was the right person for him. In the past, Tom has been vocal about how he feels his relationship with Ariana is right, making it clear that, at the time, he didn't feel there was anyone else for him. During the scene, Sandoval tells Schwartz that he does his best to work on their relationship and try to make Ariana happy, but she doesn't reciprocate his actions. Jax and Brittany found the clip interesting, both seated and ready to see what played out between the two Toms. As Sandoval explained that he wasn't sure if he and Ariana were right together, Brittany was quick to point out that Tom always acted like they were the perfect couple, and now all of a sudden he's being like, "I don't know if we're right for each other." Jax agreed, then noted that it was suspicious for Tom to bring hype up bringing Ariana coffee in the morning, floored that the simple action wasn't exactly a grand gesture. "Because you make her a latte every morning?" Jax asked, laughing. 3. Jax says Raquel has a lot of bad bones. As Tom and Raquel's affair has continued through the episodes of Vanderpump Rules, it has become more clear that Tom speaks highly of Raquel throughout his time on screen. In a recent episode, Tom is adamant that Raquel is a good person, though she continues to get piled on by several of the other cast members because of her actions. "She's a really sweet girl. She doesn't have a bad bone in her body," Tom explained in an interview segment, clearly unhappy with how Raquel's being treated by everyone in their group. Jax and Brittany rolled their eyes at Tom's reaction to Raquel's treatment, both quick to chime in. "Yeah, she's got a lot of bad bones, actually," Jax remarked before asking Brittany, "Didn't they ever think that this was going to come to a head?" Jax was quick to judge Tom's actions, knowing how difficult it can be to keep up appearances and lies in this group of friends as he's done it many times before. Brittany asserted that they definitely didn't think ahead, and Jax was quick to come back with, "You've gotta know that Raquel is not smart enough to pull something like this off." Jax calls out Raquel for lying about Schwartz's romance early on in Vanderpump Rules Season 10. The big drama still revolved around Raquel, but instead of her relationship with Sandoval coming into question, it was her relationship with Schwartz. Schwartz and Raquel made out, which seems out of line even without knowing that Katie Maloney, Tom's ex-wife, asked the pair not to. Katie and Tom had an agreement that they would not hook up within their friend group, which Tom quickly broke with Raquel. The pair did not seem remorseful, and Raquel seemed to use the scandal to cover up her relationship with Sandoval. Jax and Brittany watched a conversation between Raquel and Charlie Burnett, another Vanderpump Rules cast member, where Carly told Raquel she was disappointed in her behavior with Tom and her lack of empathy toward Katie. As Raquel said, she shouldn't have to feel bad about kissing Tom because he's not with Katie anymore. Charlie explained she thought Raquel was better than that. Bored of the storyline, Jax chimed in after a loud sigh, insinuating he believes the Schwartz drama was meant to be a cover-up. "I am over this already. Like, I am over it. Like, just say, listen, Sandoval made me do this because we're hooking up." One Brittany calls Tom defensive when Katie confronts him about the Abby. Katie called Tom out in a recent episode of Vanderpump Rules about his behavior with Raquel, commenting on how he stayed at a club dancing until 1 in the morning with the former pageant queen. While Katie's accusation was true, Tom took extreme offense to her comment and went off on her, and was quick to defend his actions in a way that almost seemed over the top. Katie was shocked by Tom's defensive attitude but didn't push further on Tom as he got up and walked away in anger. Defensive, defensive, Brittany laughed as she pointed at the TV. "It all makes sense now," she added. Brittany relayed a story about picking up Raquel for an event and finding that Tom was already at Raquel's place with her, though Ariana wasn't attending the event. You didn't think anything of it then?" Jax asked, genuinely curious to know if Brittany had any suspicions. Ex-Vanderpump Rules star Brittany said she didn't think anything of the two of them being together because I was like, this is weird. But it's like Tom would always have friends that he would kind of like, cling on to for, like, years.